Hey guys, this is Jynnette with Anderson Alchemy, here to give you your tarot forecast for the month of March 2018. This is going to be for the sign of Pisces. So if you have a Pisces rising, sun, or moon sign, this is going to be for you. This month we do have a lot of lunar activity still, I know. We have 2 full moons and a new moon. So yeah, I know that you're a water sign, so just stick with it, ride the waves, keep your vibration high, and you'll be able to enjoy it, okay? Also, we have Jupiter and Mercury going retrograde. This to me is a positive because it means that you have an opportunity to have a little bit more space to catch up on things that have been growing and building, or cycle back to something that you may have missed along the way. So this is actually, I think, going to be a really good month for everyone. But let's go ahead and get into your specific energies, Pisces. I always am excited to read for you guys because there's always so much change. But all right, so let's get into it. So you actually have the Prince of Cups as your energy, okay? So the Prince of Cups is actually someone who is kind of coming out of a bit of a dark night of the soul and making an approach to merging with the divine. Really being deeply loving, really starting to open and flower, and understand that they don't have to take life so seriously. Like they're really enjoying life a little bit more. So there's a bit of a youthful energy, which I like that I'm seeing here. So that's what's kind of covering you for the month in terms of how you're showing up. And what you're going to find is in your relationships, we have this King of Wands here, is that you're going to be very magnetic and attractive to people in a positive context or negative, depending. This could be people who are, just have a crazy amount of lust and attraction to you. And if that's what you're looking for, that's great. But if you're not, just be mindful because they're just really, for some reason, going to be drawn to you. So just be mindful of it. But regardless, I think it's going to be positive and fun. It's not even a negative energy, in all honesty. Now, in terms of your finances, I actually really like this because in your earned income, you have the Ace of Discs. So that means there is some kind of new beginnings, some new opportunity that's showing up for you financially. So this could be a promotion. This could be a raise. This could be, you making a successful pitch for a project, getting a check for a book deal. I mean, what have you, but it's really, very nice. And if it's not that kind of thing, then at the very least, it means that the money that's coming in is starting to become very stable for you, which is good to see. And it also speaks to mastery over how you manage your resources at this point, okay? Now, in terms of your investments and things like that, I would say just be a little bit careful. While new things are coming in and while you may be stable, it may not be the best time to actually be pouring more money into other projects or businesses and things like that, because you are really just starting this journey or just stabilizing. So watch that energy. Also, pay attention to any fears or self-sabotaging beliefs or patterns that you have around money. Now is the time to look at those things so you can actually address them and move forward so that they don't hinder you down the road as you have more and more money come in. Sometimes the fear of success can be just as debilitating as the fear of failure. Okay. Now, in terms of what's happening in your mind space, internally and also your external development there, it's interesting. You have the five of discs, and this talks about a lot of restructuring and change here in your belief systems and how you show up, and specifically is tapping into you really coming to terms with or understanding that your mind really does create things. Your mind really does manifest, and maybe you are starting to realize the power of that now. You're starting to see the physical effects or the correlation of that. So continue to push through that, continue to work through those old constructs, because you are moving into a place of greater mastery for sure. Jupiter in Scorpio is helping you heal that energy. So, as things come up, don't push them down. You want to work through them, process through them, and you will be able to free yourself from any, self-sabotaging patterns that may have shown up for you. Now, in terms of your home life, I really like this because you have the Lover's card. So that tells me that you feel at home with yourself emotionally. So even though you're going through all this kind of deconstruction and reconstruction in your mind and belief system, it's not actually throwing you off on an emotional level, which is actually pretty pretty big for Pisces, because you can really live in an emotional space. So I like to see that kind of mastery there. It also speaks to a lightness of heart and a lightness of being that is well deserved. All right. Now, in terms of your actual career trajectory and your reputation and influence in the world, that is starting to see a shift as well too. Again, it's in a process of expansion because it is blessed by this Two of Pentacles, which is Jupiter in Capricorn. So I do see change and growth for the better, but know that that shift is occurring, but it is shifting in a way that is going to be really good for you down the road. Now, creatively, I love this because you truly should be feeling like you are on fire. You should really feel that, what you are creating is so in alignment with your soul. It's so in alignment with your purpose. It's so in alignment with the vision that you have for your life, and that it's just like amazing. You should feel so magnetic. You should feel really sensual, sexual, just really fully in your physical power as well as your spiritual power. And that is going to help you maintain your personal sovereignty, your self-sovereignty in the larger groups that you're going to be a part of, and to be able to shine your light. So tap into your personal gifts that you bring to the table and let that lead the way. And again, be unapologetic about it. Now, in terms of what will help you in supporting the building of that foundation for the new that's coming in and the restructuring of your mind, you want to take on the qualities of the Emperor. So the Emperor is the master manifester. It is very disciplined in its day-to-day routines. Okay, so go to bed at the same time, get up at the same time, meditate for the same amount of time, stay on top of your exercise, stay on top of your eating, all of that stuff. Be very, very structured, which again is not necessarily your energy, but that is what will help you, especially as your mind goes through all these constructs. Be as precise and concise as possible so that you have as much space as you need, okay? Because you don't have to fill up your day, but get everything that you need to get done in the first part, or as much in the greater part of the day, so that you have as much space as you need, and don't allow for a lot of the fluff, so that you can stay focused on what you need to stay focused on. And what you will find is that as that structure comes in, the light of God, the inspiration of God, the revelation of your truth, your soul's power will start to emerge in a bigger way. And you'll feel like you're coming into more and more of your power. The recalibration of your belief systems will happen much more easily. And you will feel like you're in a completely different space then when we shift into the April energies, all right? So that is your forecast for the month of March, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed. You guys have been going through so much change, so this feels like it's more the tail end of the transformation that you're dealing with. So kudos to you. And if you'd like to have a private session, please go to my website, innersinalchemy.com. It is below for you to the website is below for you to tap on. And I will see you next month, God willing, of course. I love you so much. Bye.